Welcome back. I'm Sci-Fi Master World of Warship Legends. Another walkthrough Tier 8 German cruiser Schroder. Schroder. A lot of secondaries there. All right, let's get into it. All right, it comes with camo, and I took it off and put it back on, so it went from 52 to 54%, 12.5. All right, to load out, of course, HE, armor piercing, 2 sonars, and consumables is speed. I think I'm going to leave that for right now. Let's go times 2 on this. That's tier 8. And is there a Schroder flag? I don't know if there's a Schroder flag. And the Midway, Dahlia, Veterans, Defense. Is there a Schroder flag? I've had this for a while, so I'm not sure if there is one. Okay, Angelo, Roman Empire. So no. All right, we'll just put the German flag up there. All right, specs. Survivability 74%. It's 59,000 hit points. Armor 16 to 305 millimeter. 22% reduction of torpedo damage. Artillery is 80%. That's nice. That is very nice. 4x2, 305 millimeters at 15.7 kilometers. 18-second reload. Yeah, I would say that's pretty quick. 25 seconds on the turn radius. 3,100 and 7,700 respectively on shell damage. 22% on the HE for causing fire. That's I think that's above average. Secondary armor secondaries. 10 by 2 128s at 6.8 kilometers. Oh, that's nice. And then 3 by 3 150 millimeters at 6.8 also. Ooh, daddy like. Standard AA defenses 91%. Wow. 8 by 4s, 7 by 2s, and 10 by 2s at 2, 5, and 5.2. All right, I might do a little boost on that. Might do a little boost. What was the secondaries at? 3.46 and 6.8, and this is at 5. Man, I like that. Man, that's looking nice. That explains a lot of things why I'm getting my plane shot down on CVs. Maneuverability is 56 at 33.5. Not a little bit on the slower side, but between 30 and 36 is, you know. So if you can get closer to the 36, that's better. 840 meters on the turn signal and 13.6 on the rudder adjust time. Concealment 54. Yeah, I would say that's good. 54. With for a tier 8 cruiser. All right, stats are nothing. Armor. Let's take a look. See. And again, you guys know cruisers are not my strong point, and I struggle not to die. I do try to do my best. I swear I do. I do swear I try to do my best. But most of the time it just doesn't work out for me. And at higher tiers, it's even worse. See, that's nice. And then see. And then how about there? All right. Over the big guns, this ship is armed with high caliber main battery guns. Secondary reach above average secondary reach. Yeah, I saw that. I'm liking that. And ironclad above average armor thickness, greater resistance to all forms of armor penetration. So in theory, we'll have pen throughs and no damage, and I have to be worried about being put on fire, I would assume. So is it more of a battle cruiser, or sort of more of a battle cruiser? I know it's a cruiser, but look at all those secondaries, man. The secondaries, man, that's just crazy. Schroder, drawing on experience gained in World War I during the late 1920s, Germany began to consider the idea of developing a large surface raider. Projects had to account for Great Britain's intention to limit battleship armament to a maximum caliber of 12 inches, which is a 305 millimeter, in upcoming naval conferences. Therefore, under the proposed design, my fault, the standard displacement varied between 17.5 and 25,000 tons, while the armament consists of 4 turrets housing 8 12-inch guns accompanied by strong secondary batteries of 5.9-inch 150mm guns. Year of design 1945. Wow, 1945 at the back end. Wow, I think they would want this at the front, but that's all right. All right, let's go. And so 70, 74, 80, 91, 56, and 54. Let's buff it up. Let's buff it up. Let's flex it. Let's flex it. Aiming system. Dispense, torpedo launcher, secondary firing range. I kind of like that. This is already in the 90s. So I'm thinking, man, 6.8. What if we increase that? Main battery traverse speed is 20%. I know you guys are probably going to say do this. Man, 20% on the secondaries. I want the secondaries to go farther. Torpedo main battery dispersion. I'm gonna go with the secondaries, but I know you guys. I should probably be doing the main battery, so go ahead and let me know. I'm gonna do secondaries. I'm gonna do secondaries, man. I don't think I need secondaries now with the cruiser. Rudder shift times, take full speed. Fire and drive. I'm going with. Let's go with speed. Let's go with speed to get in and out of trouble. We get in trouble all the time. Rudder shift time, gear shift time, and I'm gonna go with steering gear mod 3. All right, and then finally, second battery reload time. No. Want to, but no. Maybe. Reload time. Dispersion and battery range. Okay, mud firing system 2. All right, and manage select. Do we have any? Can we upgrade that? 2% battery range. Wow. And we'll just go ahead and do that. All right. Let me know in the comments, guys, if that's right or not. I think I already know on the first one that it's probably not. All right. So specs still 74. Artillery is 81. A is 91, and maneuverability is 63. So did that go up? No. Artillery. That went up. Increase of range. Because it was 15.5, right? Now it's 16.4. And then air defense, maneuverability. All right, 74, 81, 91. Okay, let's find a commander, shall we? Oh, it's these guys again. No fly zone. All right, let's take a look. See, let's see. Grouping, damage per second. Maximum cruiser speed. That's nice. Battery range. AG. Armor piercing. Shot group. I'm liking Mr. Mueller there. AP shells. So he went. So Mr. Gunther is AA. I set him up for AA success. Cruiser speed, shift time. That's nice. Movement speed. Huh. Wow. I'm conflicted now. I have Gunter. So Gunter's set up for anti-aircraft and speed, and Carl's aimed for power and punching. And how often do we get CVs though, right? right? So, Mr. Mueller. It's Mr. Mueller because someone said in my comments on one thing is like, how often do you get CVs in the high tiers? And I agree with that. I understand. All right, 74, 85. So that went up. That went up by 2. Concealment stayed the same. Maneuverability, that went up. All right. Because it was 4, 4, 91. What was that, 64? Well, anyway, so both, a couple of them went up. That went up a little bit. And then artillery went up. All right. And yeah, so, AT went up from 22 to 24.5%. And then AP went from 77 to 83. So, all right. I'm kind of liking it. I'm liking it. Yeah. Because if we went, let's just take a look. See, let's just take a look. See, let's put the other commander in. So 93 on AA, right? 93. So let me see. 74, 85, 93. So 453, 453. 4, 5, 3. Wow. That went up whole 10%. That went up 10%. That went from 64 to 74. That went to 100%. And then that dropped. And that stayed the same. Wow. No, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. We'll stick with Mueller. We'll stick with Mueller. Though that's funny though. That is quite a difference. That is quite a jump. 100% AA. That is. Now what's gonna happen is I get in the matches for round 1 and 2, and they're gonna be CVs. Though 91% is not shabby. 91% is not shabby. 93%. All right. Yeah, see that maneuverability went down, so maneuverability on the other captain is 74, and that dropped down to 81. So 74, and that dropped down to 81. That was at 100%, and that went up to 74, and concealment was 54. So, no, I think we're good. So until round 1 and round 2, take care, have fun. We'll see you on the next Sci-Fi Master Hour. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit those like buttons to get my content out in the universe, which I truly, truly appreciate. And don't forget to check out my membership tab on my homepage.